Check this out. See, we got the white candle right here. We got a signal printing in real time on each tick. Now it's turning red. This is the trend and reversal set to each tick. So now we're getting signals. We're getting the bar color change in live real time in between the candles. Now we're turning back to white, neutral, red. We've got this divergence popping up before the candle's closed. So since we're down by the pivot point and VWAP, maybe I feel good about taking a little bounce trade off of VWAP. Got yesterday's close here too. More divergence coming in. A lot of strong delta though, so maybe I don't want to go for a big target. Just go for a small target. This is just some more random playback data that I loaded from a couple months ago. Just doing some practicing, looking at some new settings that I can try. So let me just put this on pause for a minute. This is the first candle of the New York Open on this particular day. Check out all this divergence that we had to the downside this morning before finally making quite a move down. It was actually calculating in on bar close mode all the way up to here. This is when I turned it on each tick, just playing around with the settings. So there might have been some different signals back here if I had it on each tick mode. You see, when we have the calculation set to on each tick, you'll get some of these signals printing somewhere in the middle of the candle, whereas if you leave it on bar close, they will always be a certain offset of ticks away from the top or the bottom of the candle. So there's pluses and minuses to using on bar close or on each tick mode. As always, I highly recommend that you do your own back testing. You play around with the settings and find things that really suit your own personal trading needs. That's how you will always find the best possible settings. I want to show you what's extra special about this instance of the trend and reversal indicator that's on the chart. This is the trend and reversal indicator using delta as the input. So this is the MMT Ultimate Delta histogram down here, giving me my order flow information. And I'm using this as an input series for the trend and reversal. I've got my trend flow candles on. I've got the directional filter on. If I take this off, now we have no neutral candles. You can also see when it reloads, because it's calculating on each tick, we don't get this signal here. This does not repaint. If you set it to calculate on bar close, none of these signals repaint. But if you're using it on each tick, just like any other indicator, you will get different signals that will print in real time versus the on bar close. So with the trend flow candles, it's following the flow of the delta. You see delta's kind of dropping off here. So this candle's red, keeps dropping off, more red. Then delta starts picking up, we get a green candle, keeps growing, get another green candle, starts declining, we get a red candle, and so on. It's following the flow of the delta. So you can see the flow of the delta just by looking at the candle colors when you use the ultimate delta as the input series for the trend and reversal indicator. I'm also getting some special divergences. I've got the default settings of a look back of 1, overbought 60, oversold 40. If I wanted to see less divergence signals, I could change this to a 70 and a 30, or an 80 and a 20, or a 90 and a 10. I could also increase the divergence look back. Got the trend core disabled. I'm going to leave the directional filter on. I like seeing the neutral candles. So let me show you how I've got this input series configured. Here's the input series for my trend and reversal indicator. I've got it set to the MMT Ultimate Delta. I've got the delta type in up-down tick data mode. It's because I do not want to have tick replay enabled on my chart. So I want to make sure everything loads historically. I'm choosing up-down tick mode. I've got the cumulative mode unchecked. So it's analyzing the input of the per bar delta, just like it is in the histogram below. If I check cumulative as my input series, it will greatly change what's going on with the trend and reversal indicator. You can try it just to show you. See, we're getting some different signals now. If I put the ultimate delta in cumulative mode as well, the trend and reversal is reading this cumulative delta instead of the per bar delta. So we're getting the decline here, getting some red candles. We're getting a cumulative delta wave up. We're getting these green candles. Cumulative delta is going down, so we're getting the corresponding red candles. I'm going to leave everything on the per bar mode. So I'm going back to the input series on the trend and reversal indicator here. Going to uncheck cumulative. And there's one more thing with using the MMT Ultimate Delta as your input series. Under parameters, you want to choose the following plot, the delta close. I've got the open, the high, the low. I'm choosing the close. So wherever the close of delta is at the end of each of these candles, that's what's being measured here as our input series. So there is yet another way to use the trend and reversal indicator to follow the trend flow of the delta to see some more divergences. So after playing around with everything for a little bit, I think my favorite settings are to have it calculate on each tick. I've got the input series as the up-down tick, not the cumulative mode, delta close. I've got the divergence on, a look back of 1, overbought of 70, and oversold of 30. Got the trend core off, got the reversals off, got the trend flow candles on, strength of 1, directional filter checked on. Something you might want to play around with, or potentially using the ultimate delta indicator as an input series in one of your other indicators from any brand, or even using it with some of the built-in NinjaTrader indicators as a potential input series. There's links to the indicators in the description. There's also links to the prop firms that I recommend. Anytime that you click on any of the prop firm links or use one of my coupon codes, not only are you getting the best price possible, but you're helping to support the work that I do on this channel, and it's greatly appreciated. I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.